Recently, we heard of about 58 mansions in the United States of America owned by Nigerians that are abandoned. Will I say abandoned is not the right word. Let me say unclaimed mansions in the United States of America owned by Nigerians. This has raised a lot about discussion, or rather about things we don't talk about as a couple. That's what I will be dissecting on today's episode. But before I do justice to that, I would like to welcome all my subscribers. Thank you for helping me grow my channel. And if you are seeing my face for the first time, or you've been watching without subscribing, this is the good time to subscribe. I bet you won't regret it. Join the family. Let us learn and have fun together. Now let's dive deep. So when I heard of this 58 unclaimed mansions in the United States of America owned by Nigerians, it raised something. Yes, couple these days, do they really communicate? Do they really tell the truth to each other? What happened? What could this mean? Could this mean that people are beginning to live without families? It has raised a lot of questions. Many have said that it's mostly a situation whereby the husband or the wife, one partner, does not communicate with the other. Maybe they hide things from each other. Yeah. Most times where they hide things from each other is where it shows there's a little bit of mistrust, or there's no trust within that family or within that relationship. That's when you begin to hide something like this from each other, because I know that after toiling so hard and acquiring a lot of properties like this, most times we look forward to bequeathing it to our children, loved ones in general. So why would a loved one be somewhere suffering? Okay, I don't know in this case whether they are suffering, but they might be suffering somewhere while they have something they can lay hands on and start life all over. I don't know. Some people say when you have a nagging wife, or a wife who is not understanding, who is always demanding. If you tell her or tell him, I have this mansion here, or I have this money stashed here, this, that, she will want to begin to, demand, oh, do this for my brother, do this for my parent, do this for my... But personally, I don't think it's enough reason not to tell your partner the truth. Okay, let's say in a situation whereby you don't really have a dependable or reliable partner, how about your siblings? There must be somebody close to you. There must be somebody you trust. I don't know how people will live life without having somebody to trust, or somebody. I wonder what kind of life it is. I don't wish that type of life on anybody. It must be a lonely life, because most times this kind of thing happen to are kind of lonely people. Maybe they have people around them, but yet they are lonely, or maybe they don't even have people at all. I mean, let's start communicating with each other better. Let's start communicating with our loved ones better. You have somebody you can trust. Okay, whereby it's not a partner, it could be a sibling, it could be a genuine, sincere friend, it could be a colleague, sincere colleague. But what I'm trying to say is we need to communicate better. We need to communicate with our families better. Whatever is causing that strain in a relationship, whether it's between the couple or between the family, I think it has raised the question about how we should handle such, situations. I think it's about time we begin to mend fences. Yeah, knowing that we're going to leave this world someday, is about time we begin to mend fences and discuss more and begin to trust more. Because I tell you, houses like this cannot just be abandoned like that, there must be something that is in the person's inner mind, even whereby there's no partner, whereby there's no children or family, which is quite difficult. There must be something on the person's mind. Maybe he's willing, or he or she might want to, give it to the homeless. Maybe the person might want to hand it down to those motherless babies' homes or something. This brings me to another, point we could look at to avoid this kind of situation is whereby you say you don't have a trusted partner or you don't have this united family front. How about writing a will? Yeah. When we talk about will in this part of the world, it's like you have signed your death warrant already. But for somebody who has been exposed in the United States of America, you left your country home, Nigeria, and went over there. I want to believe there's this level of exposure the person must have or might have, that it is so shocking to hear that these things are unclaimed or abandoned, or I don't know. In this kind of situations where you cannot communicate with your partner, how about writing a will? Yeah, a will go a long way to, curb this kind of situations. I don't know. But I think it's about time couples begin to talk to each other. Even when you are not exactly in good terms, begin to talk to each other about things like this. Especially when you really want this thing to be bequeathed to the right persons you have in mind. It's about time you begin to talk about these things with your partner. Tell your partner all. If your partner is this type that is not always understanding, maybe if he or she sees that you have money or you have this property here and there, you will remember there's this person in her family she wants to help, or in his family he wants to help. I don't think it's good enough reason. Remember, I'm not a epitome of knowledge. Let the conversation continue in the comment section. I think for me, what I could grab from this situation is it's time partners talk more. It's time couples talk more. It's time families relate better and talk more and stuffs like that. And also consider writing a will if you have gotten to this level of acquiring this kind of things. Some people might feel like, okay, is it not just this one? I don't need to. But death can call on anybody at any time. So tell me what you think in the comment section. If you love this video, remember to give it a like. See you next time. Bye-bye.